Hey, everybody. Okay, so I was again thinking about content for the week, and I just want to teach you what I'm learning and what I'm doing. Okay. And I will definitely answer some of those questions that you guys had last week about like how much you should be eating. Okay. But what I want to do in this video is I want to answer some of your questions, talk more about nutrition, and I want to give you a couple of tangible things you can start doing this week to really, really learn more about what you're doing and how you could do it better. Okay. Because I think what's so cool about what we're doing here and learning about our bodies, and as we get older, we're trying to just stay healthy and feel amazing and not lose our results. For most of us, I believe, this is my personal belief, that we can alleviate a lot of our symptoms or even just stay really, I don't know, just like continue thriving and feeling amazing with nutrition and fitness alone. But it will take a lot of intentional action. And this is not hard. There's nothing about this that's hard. It's just asking you to do things a little bit differently or being open to doing things a little bit differently. And part of what we really need to be intentional about is tracking. Okay. Tracking your nutrition, tracking your cycle, tracking your fitness, because we've just got to know what we're doing and how it's impacting the way that we're feeling. We have to understand that we have to be able to make those connections instead of blindly doing things, right? We just have to have more of a solid plan. Okay. So what should you be eating? What should your numbers be, right? Should you be doing macros or portion control or 2B mindset? Hold on, I'm going to turn this light on because it's getting dark. Okay. So what should you be doing? Okay. First of all, I'm in the world of beach body that becomes body in like a week. Okay. I'm in that world. And those are the nutrition programs that I know and that I've been following for 11 years. I know there's other amazing programs out there as well. It is my personal opinion that following our 4-week gut protocol approach is hands down the best solution in the whole wide world from what I've read. Okay. From my research, taking that and creating a little bit of a hybrid approach, meaning not needing to be so specific and so like removing all gluten and removing all sugar, right? There's some leniency there. Okay. But hands down, the 4-week gut protocol approach is the best solution for us. So in March and April, that's what I will be doing, but I'll be doing it with some little small tweaks. Okay. For example, here's one of those small tweaks. I am going to so before when I did gut protocol, I tracked all of my nutrition on the 4-week gut protocol trackers. Okay. And so instead of doing that, I am going to track everything in MyFitnessPal. And I had to, and this is really irritating to me, but I had to get out of the free version and pay for the updated premium version so that I can track in macros. Okay. I'm going to be following the approach, the guidelines, the containers, all of that, like the food list. Okay. But I'm going to track it in MyFitnessPal because I want to make sure. Here's why though, just for one reason. I want to make sure that I'm getting enough protein. Okay. Because sometimes when I have quinoa for a protein source or black beans for a protein source, it's not giving me as much protein as like pork loin would, right? Or having ground turkey. That's going to give me so much more protein, because one of the major deficiencies that we have as we get older, women are eating less. We're not eating enough. We are not eating enough. Okay. And I talked about that before. And one of the main things we're not eating enough of, I'm good on carbs. I got you covered on carbs. Okay. Not eating enough protein. And so this is not a one size fits all approach, but I'll give you some numbers here. So if we are eating less than 100 grams of protein, we're not eating enough protein at all to build any kind of muscle whatsoever. We're probably going to lose our muscle. Okay. And so I was like, well, I don't know how many grams I'm eating. Like I know that I am eating like my 6 servings of proteins a day, but I don't know how many grams of protein are in that. And so what I had to do is I had to put it in my Fitness Pal. I'm taking such messy action. I got to plug my computer in. Okay. So what I had to do was plug it in so I could see my grams. What I'm trying to do is gradually get myself to about 140 grams of protein. But so I'm going to be taking this gut protocol approach, very, very clean, limiting gluten, really lowering my sugar intake, really reducing alcohol intake, like massively, really getting really low on dairy intake, like really being aware of that and becoming very aware of my protein. So that's kind of what my hybrid approach is. So I wanted to share that with you. So my first suggestion for this week would be to start tracking your nutrition. And the only app I know of, maybe you know of another one, to do this well is MyFitnessPal. And I did have to pay to upgrade so I could look at the macros, so I could see my number of proteins, my number of grams of protein. Now, what I did when I switched it over, let's see if you can see this. The lighting is not good. Okay. Yes. Okay. So in my nutrition, I just set up MyFitnessPal and put in my percentages. So the percentage of carbohydrates I want is 40. The percentage of fat, because this is how they track it, is 30, 40, 30, 30. Percentage of protein is 30. Okay. Also, this gives me some reassurance too, because I did track my macros like this based on, I was part of a Beachbody Programs test group. And I worked close, like it was a very small test group. And I worked closely with the trainer, Joel Freeman, and it was for the program Lift More. And we were all, we wanted to get, I wanted to get ripped, and I did get ripped. It was amazing. My husband did too. And Joel gave us the suggestion of tracking our macros 40, 30, 30. And he did then. And then when I was doing this research, and I was plugging it in, that's what it came out to be. And I was like, okay, so I know this works. Okay. But again, I'm taking everything from Gut Protocol, but I'm tracking here to make sure I get enough protein. Okay. So that's number one. So the first thing we can do is gain an awareness of what we're doing right now and how far off or on are we. The only way we will know is if we track it. So there's number one. Okay. The other thing that we've got to become super, super aware of is tracking our cycle. So I'm going to give you 2 different apps, and we'll jump into this. I want you to jump into this so that we can start talking about it a little bit more. So I'm using an app, and this is free. This is the one I'm using, and I'm going to share one that my friend Jenny recommended because she's doing something very similar in a course. Okay. The app that I am using is called Wild Owl. This is the icon that it looks like. Wild Owl. Okay. Now in Wild Owl, this app was created by Dr. Stacy Sims, who wrote the book that I've been going on and on about, Next Level. Okay. And so this app tells you, I do a check-in every single morning. And based on my cycle, based on how I'm feeling in my check-in, it tells me what kind of workouts to do today. And if I'm feeling ready, if I should recover or not today. It's really, really cool. And also I'm learning a lot about proteins, carbs. It has a lot of education just within this app on the free version. So this is a really good app. It's taken me a while to play with it. Okay. So I'm not going to do a tutorial of the app. I'm just saying, hey, you could do what I did, download it, create a profile, start checking in and figuring it out, because that's what I've done. Now, the other app that looks really good, I haven't gotten into this one, but I just want to share what I've learned. My friend Jenny mentioned this one. Okay. I'm going to show you what that one looks like. FITR Woman, Fitter Woman, FITR Woman. Okay. This app, all right, I haven't created a profile, but look what it says. Okay. Track your menstrual cycle and access training and nutritional suggestions to help optimize performance. So Jenny's been using this and she loves it because you're also tracking your period, you're tracking your symptoms, all kinds of things. You're tracking everything. And so that's been really great. So I wanted to give you this information today so that this week you can dig into it. Okay. And so the first thing is to start tracking your nutrition and gain an awareness of how much protein you're eating. Okay. If you want to go so far as to pay for the upgrade in MyFitnessPal, or something free that I don't know about, please tell us. But we're looking at the ratio 40, 30, 30. At least that's what I'm doing based on what I'm doing. Okay. Now I'm lifting heavy. I want to gain muscle. Okay. I just did a heavy weightlifting program, and I'm going to be transitioning into the iron block on Body Blocks. Okay. And I'm going to be lifting heavy with Amwala and Joel, and I'm really excited about it. Okay. And so I'm lifting heavy. I'm doing not as much cardio, but lifting more. I need to up my protein intake so I can build muscle, not bulky muscle, lean muscle that burns fat. That's what I'm doing with 40, 30, 30. And the second thing you can do is to start tracking your period, so you can start tracking your symptoms and gain more awareness of what's going on with your body and have more of an awareness that way too. Okay. So I hope this helps. I know this was longer, but I feel like it was super valuable. Drop below, share, comment below when you watch this, and what you will be doing this week to take action. Okay. What you will be doing this week to take action based on what I shared with you. Also, if you have other suggestions, anything, drop it below.